Welcome to this video. I'm your host, John Wilder. In this video, we are going to talk about the Centennial Bass Club Team Series Trail. Say that 18 times fast. I'll wait. I am the Team Series Director of this trail. So welcome, let's talk about it. First things first, I'm not the tournament director. That's different. We got another guy, Brian. Brian's gonna run the tournaments. He's gonna run the weigh-ins. I'm probably the guy that's gonna keep track of all the scores and the scoring and the scores and then the scoring. What does it mean to be the Team Series Director? I am the guy that kind of puts it all together. I'm the reason that it exists. I help formulate the schedule. I didn't necessarily write this year's schedule. We had our regular tournament director mostly write the schedule to make it easier for his life. Come along with me in this video while we discuss the upcoming 2020 schedule, the tournaments, the weights that it's going to take, the lures. I'm going to go right now to track down somebody that's going to help me figure out what lures to throw and what their thoughts are on the upcoming season. Come on. Let's start with someone that's way ahead of the curve on the social distancing here. Hey, making a video. Okay, so you want to be a part of it? No. Okay. All right, let's try this one out. Hey, I'm making a video and I was wondering, I thought I told you to pick up your room.
I did. What are you talking about?
Let's talk about predictions, lakes, the schedule, the fact that we're actually fishing. Just got to get some of this in your boat. And it should be a fun season. We fish 8 tournaments this season. The number 1 team at the end of the season qualifies to go fish the Bassmaster Team Championship. I think this year it's going to be in the Harris Chain of Lakes, which is down in Florida. It's early December, if I remember right. I'll put the dates right in here somewhere for you to see. So all you have to do is come out and beat me. Actually pretty easy, but there's a couple of others that it won't be so easy to beat at the following lakes at the following times. Here's what I think it will take to become the 2020 Centennial Bass Club Team Champion. April 4th, first tournament of the season. It's at Horsetooth. You're going to have to fish deep. I mean deep, like deeper than 20 feet, probably deeper than 30 feet. We're talking moon eyeing, we're talking drop shotting, we're talking swim baits, we're talking Alabama rigs. It may be a little too early for the jerk bait, but we're talking jerk bait. I do have a top guy, actually, an inside source on what it's going to take to win. Let's bring him in and see what he has to say. Jack, come here. Jack?
What?
I called you in today for your expertise. April 4th, Horsetooth, I want you to think about it. What do you think is going to win? What lure do you think you're going to have to throw to win at Horsetooth?
A spoon.
A spoon? This is what you think? So much for my top researcher. You're going to have to come in with 12 pounds. It's going to take over 12 pounds to win that first April 4th tournament. This brings us to tournament number 2, which is April 18th. It's about 2 weeks later. It's going to be about the same techniques, if you will, as the first tournament. We're talking swim baits. We're talking jigging spoons, if that's such a thing. We're talking swim baits, Alabama rigs. I think I said swim baits because swim baits is going to play. We're also talking drop shot. We're talking a tag team type approach of swim baiting, drop shotting. Maybe the crankbait, jerkbait might start playing again. It's still a little early. The jerkbait for sure, really slow. But again, it's going to take about 12 pounds probably to win that tournament. This brings us to my wife's birthday, April 25th. And 26th, we are going to Lake McConaughey, stop number 3. April 25th, wife's birthday. What year is this? What year is this?
2020.
2020. I got my top scientists and researchers working with me today. 2020, that makes it 20 years of marriage. We've been together for 23 years. Her birthday has been April 25th the entire time. That makes it this many times that I've been here for her birthday. But anyways, another year, I'm gone, we're going fishing. She understands, I think. I hope. I don't know, I've never really asked her. I'm sure she's fine with it though. April 25th is going to be a little early for my crankbait bite to happen, but if you want to see what that looks like at Lake McConaughey, click this video link. It will probably be here somewhere. It'll be a little early for that, but it won't still be early for a swim bait. The guy that wrote this schedule really likes swim baits. I think a Ned rig played really well last year this time. I think you're looking at drop shot and swim bait tag team type scenario again. So those three techniques are really going to play for these first few tournaments. I hope you're good at them. That late April bite, it should take easily 22 pounds to win. Brings us to tournament number 4, which is back to Horsetooth again. You're going to want to, it's May 2nd, and you're going to want to watch this video here on what I think is going to take to win. It should be right around 12 pounds again. And these first couple of months at Horsetooth, you need about 12 pounds a day to win. Tournament number 5 brings us to largemouth, where I finally get to start catching some fish, and it's Boyd. Right around July 2nd, it should take somewhere in the 10-pound range. You're looking at spinner baits, top water, soft plastics. Anyways, probably I'll put another link to another video here of what I think you're gonna have to do to catch some fish. This brings us to tournament number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way in September 10th at Boyd again. I think it's going to be a lot of similar techniques, except you're probably going to be fishing just a little bit deeper. Depends on if the water falls or not, which it will. So pull back a little bit outside grass line instead of inside grass line. Although July 2nd, it's going to be a little combination of the both. They'll probably be deep in it. The biggest problem with September 10th at Boyd is by that time, all the keepers have been pulled out of the lake by people just keeping fish. So Boyd would be phenomenal if the management there would stop allowing all the fish to come out of the lake. This brings us to tournament number 7 of the year, John Martin. I've never been there, but we share something in common, my name, so I assume that I'm going to do just fine there. I've looked it up on Google Earth. It looks kind of like a mixture of Pueblo and Lake McConaughey. So hopefully it pans out that way. I like fishing like that. My best guess is that there's going to be numerous ways to catch them that time of year. This brings us to the last tournament of the season, tournament number 8, stop number 8. You'll never guess, Horsetooth. The problem is this time of year can be very finicky. My prediction on this one is 7.5 pounds, maybe 8 pounds, but that's probably all it's going to take. And there's going to be a couple of different ways of catching them at that time. Crankbaits, swim baits again, drop shotting again, top waters. There's going to be a few different ways. Alabama rig. If you fish enough tournaments with us throughout the season, you will qualify for our team championship. You'll never guess. You'll never guess. It's at Horsetooth. November 7th, November 8th. It's going to take about 20 pounds over the course of those 2 days probably to win that tournament. I'll let the pundits decide and pontificate on how that one's going to be won and the weight, but I already said the weight. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you'll consider subscribing. I plan on making a lot of videos this season. None of them will be good, but I'm going to make quite a few, so I hope that you subscribe so you'll know when they come out. You may not learn from me, but there's people that fish with me, and I get other people around that give you tips, techniques, and you'll learn something. You'll learn something. If nothing else, you'll be completely bored. A spoon.